the man of the militant moustache. Graeme No Nonsense Souness, original hard man of the Sky Sports Punditry team. But who is Graeme Souness?
Wasn't he just the guy that just mullered everyone?
You'll be lucky to escape with only a lecture.
And I think his punditry is probably quite similar. Do you know what I mean?
There was no fire, there was no, there's no one smashed, and that sounds basic, smashing into someone. There was no real anger in the game. It was just all about, we'll outpass you, and just maybe we'll get a chance at the end of it.
Keeps it real.
Nah, Souness, he can be straight to the point, man. He's honest. That's one thing about Souness, he's honest.
Well, we're talking about Pogba only. We're not talking about the whole lot.
Please look at Thierry Henry's face.
He's not blocked in the first instance. He's standing looking at the player with the ball coming from there. Instead of that, he should be opening his body out so you can see a bit of the player and a bit of the ball. Yeah, he's a 22-year-old midfield player. He's a 22-year-old midfield player being asked to do a really defensive job. You see what he is. He's a young man with lots of promise, and that promise also includes when you're having to defend properly, and he didn't do that today. He didn't do his job properly today, out of not knowing what to do at the right time at the most difficult time.
And that in a nutshell is Graeme Souness. But let's see how you out there rated him yourselves.
He's got an impact on the screen, but I wouldn't say he's charismatic.
I think Graeme Souness is fucking hilarious. I think he's funny. Aggy, but he's funny.
Not really for me, to be honest. I don't really see him as a charismatic guy. Like I said, he's an honest guy, a little bit harsh at times, but not very charismatic.
No, not really. He's a bit more. I don't know if he's trying to bust jokes, isn't it? But I think he's funny anyway. But other people don't think he's funny, everybody else seems to hate him.
I think he's got a little bit. I think he's got a bit about him. Yeah.
Arrogant.
Not as much as some of the others, but yeah, he's got charisma.
Graeme Souness, you watch Graeme Souness, you want to watch Graeme Souness.
I like him, he's got charm. He's got charm, he's got the Scottish accent, he sounds smooth like Alan Hansen.
Okay, so opinions were pretty much divided on Graeme Souness' own brand of charisma, but generally the consensus was that he scored quite high. Now, if you ever wondered what a Souness smile looks like, or what it took to get a smile from Souness, here's Graeme Souness on voting for Brexit.
I think you voted for Brexit, Graeme, did you? I certainly did, yeah.
Whoa! Dude, that's creepy.
So for Graeme, you're getting a grand total score of 7.
Yeah, and he's managed as well, isn't he? So yeah, you'd expect it to be up there.
10, except when his manager is shit. He's a decent defender, but
like you saw when he was a manager. He was a manager like 10 years ago, probably at the most. He's too rough and tumble, isn't it? Like he wasn't modern day, in it. So as a pundit, you have to respect what he's saying. But in terms of modern day football, I think he's a bit outdated. He's like yeah. He's more of, if I was gonna watch something like Championship, like a bit lower leagues, they're a bit more, because it's a bit rough and tumble down there. But where's a bit the modern games evolved? I don't, yeah. Sometimes
10 out of 10. Guy knows his stuff, knows football back to front.
It's a bit, as I said, it's a bit on the old school. Like, he's a defender, hard school and that. Game's changed nowadays, so
he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
Sometimes I think, wow, Graeme, why would you say that? Like, what year do you think it is?
He knows what he's talking about. He just couldn't implement it as a manager. So you know what I mean. But I like Souness. I can't say I listen to Souness when he talks. He's experienced. He's a hard player.
Although he wasn't the best manager, he does know what he's talking about to a degree. I give him the same.
Analysis, it was crap when it was, what you call it, when he tried it and managed certain teams.
I'd give him tactical analysis. I don't think he's like super on it, like say Gary Neville or someone, but I'd give him, what, 7? Okay.
So all in all, you the public seem to be pretty much rating Graeme Souness' tactical analysis. But unfortunately for Graeme, the ghost of his managerial legacy looms in the background, threatening to drag down and degrade everything he says. But in spite of this, we're still giving Graeme a general consensus score of 7.
Oh, that suit's horrible. Oh, that suit's horrible. Yeah, just on the basis of that suit alone.
He wears the standard Pundit's uniform. He's not over sharp. And remember, he's a mature man as well, so he dresses accordingly.
Since Thierry Henry landed, he stepped it up. He got snazzy suits now. The suit's a bit more shouldery, a bit more tacked to his shoulder since Thierry Henry landed. Yeah, since Thierry Henry come, it's better.
Nah, he's not. You can't touch Thierry and Jamie Redknapp, can he? He's not that. But he's an older man, so he's got a different type of style. But he's always sharp. He's always sharp. That's what
I'm not feeling it.
You know, he's not a Jamie Redknapp, but he's got a few suits, couple colours, looks alright. You know, dresses well.
Nah, I think Jamie's got better swag.
I think it's fair to say that expectations were not that high when it came to Graeme Souness' dress code score. But he done fairly in approval ratings amongst you, the public. So we're not going to be too harsh on him. We're going to give him a good, steady, reflective score of your opinions. And he's getting a 5 for dress code.
You can't argue with the career. So prestige, that if anyone cares now, I don't know, but yeah, if you know your football, nothing.
That's always come back to that. You can't knock him as a footballer. So he's got that, but he's just not modern day. If you get what I'm saying, he's not modern day football.
That 80s Liverpool team, Liverpool fans dream of that.
I think he's got a lot.
Prestige as a manager, no. If it's manager prestige, that would go straight out the window. Because at Newcastle he was poor, at Liverpool he was poor. In fact, everywhere I've ever seen him, he's been poor.
The general consensus out there was that in terms of prestige, Graeme Souness does rank highly. His playing career saw him win many titles and trophies. But unfortunately, the ghost of his managerial career again looms in the background. So we are giving Graeme a 6 for prestige.
Oh, yeah, he might have a little racist streak in him, but yeah, I would say he does, yeah.
No, I wouldn't. No, he doesn't bug me. The people that are biased, they bug me, and I can't think of Graeme Souness bugging me. I think anyone that has a problem with Arsenal actually is just frustrated because Arsenal just do shit and they don't change it. So, nah, no bias, no minus.
I don't even know who his favourite team is because he seems to hate everyone. He seems to hate everyone. Graeme Souness, I don't even know because like sometimes I see him killing Liverpool. Like Liverpool used to work for them, play for them, so I'm not too sure like who his team is. He seems to hate Arsenal anyway. I know that for sure.
That's what I'm saying. He puts his personal touch on it, where like you can tell when he doesn't like a player. Yeah, regardless whether the player's good or bad, you know. But
because I'm an Arsenal boy, so he does gun down quite a few teams, and he does love to. How do you say it? He loves to side with Liverpool a lot.
Well, to be honest, being a Liverpool fan, I would say, you know, us Liverpool fans are never biased, so he knows his stuff. he comes from a good pedigree, so, you know, good guy, knowledgeable guy, can't bring him down, apart from the clothes maybe. Yeah.
We pretty much got a 50-50 split on this, but the consensus feeling was that he does show bias, not towards anyone he favours, just towards votes he dislikes. But on the plus side for him, the broad range of people and clubs that he seems to dislike kind of negated any bias, so we can't give him a minus score for that. He is scoring a -0 for bias.
I can't think of anything where he's actually buried a manager, but if he did, then he'd have a nerve.
It's like Gary Neville now talking. It's like he was a shit manager, weren't he? So, you know, how can he really be talking?
I'm saying, like, I don't really respect his opinion, because his opinion is full of holes a lot of the time. So yeah, he must be a hypocrite. But that's the thing.
I think at times if it doesn't sort of suit him, you know, at times he makes a point, and because they're sitting on a panel of judges, he will make a comment that doesn't necessarily agree with others, and he won't, because of his pride, he's a very proud person, because of his pride, he won't really turn around and admit that he's wrong, which I've seen, you know, other pundits like Thierry Henry do on occasions. But yeah.
And once again, Graeme, once again, your managerial stint has come to kick you in your shin bone. For again, this was the #1 thing stated by you, the public out there. You were a bad manager. So how dare you criticize managers on their performances in the current game? So for that, Graeme, we have to give you a -2. Whoa. The final scores are in, and Graeme Souness has raced to the top of the league, just like 1980s Liverpool, and unlike Liverpool ever since, with a grand total score of 23 points.